SHMACKEMAGOB, people. It's you guys say about 98% of you guys love when I do these suck versus suck track by track competitions, and Nina, good friend of mine, awesome friend of mine, likes it too. I mean, what was the last one she made me do? The Poison ones. So now she wants me to do 2 Phoney albums. 700 degrees Fahrenheit, I think that's the name of it. And the reason they call it that because that's the temperature that melts rock. And that one's going against Slippery When Wet, the big hit. Now, before I go into this, here's my history on Phoney. The first time I seen Runaway, the video, and I was like, ugh. And then they opened for the Scorpions on Love at First Sting tour. And I went and I watched them, and it was, at that time, the worst band I ever saw live till Vangina came a couple years later. I mean, it was so bad. And then they opened again for Rat, and that time I stayed out in the parking lot. I was, fuck that, I'm not going through that torture again. It's just terrible. It's not in my wheelhouse. Now, they were extremely popular. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that like Phoney, and that's cool. You know, I get it. You know, it was popular, therefore people like it. More of a chick thing, you know. I know there's dudes that like it, but honestly, it's a chick thing. And I know when I did that Poison one, some guy left a comment going, "Oh, I went to Poison shows to pick up chicks." I rest my case. All right, so let's get this. Let's get the suckage on the way. All right. First track is In and Out of Love. I remember this one. This one was played. It was so predictable. See, at the time, they were managed by Doc McGee, who managed Motley Crue at the time. So I'm sure Doc McGee got in their ear going, "You got to be sleazy. You got to do some sleazy shit." And that's what they do on this fucking terrible song. Pure garbage water. This is sucked by numbers. And yes, I had to take notes because of course I don't own this shit. And the lyrics, "Watch out when the boys hit the streets. The tough guys, watch out." And then like he has these little quotes like, you know, "I know this is what Doc got in here. You got to be sleazy." So he's like, "Want to get on the bus? Bring your girlfriend. Bring your mom." But then the clincher at the end is, "You want me to eat your what? Your dad is who?" That's some Bret Michaels level shit right there. Wow, that's bad. And that goes against Let It Rock. You know, I mean, this album was so popular, I don't know this song. I don't know all these songs except for the hits. And Let It Rock starts with a long, shiny keyboard intro. Then it kicks into the dreaded woes, man. I hate woes. I just hate when I hear woes in songs. And boy, this one's predominant. And it has like a beefy production, but it's not my bag, Daddy. I'm going to give it to In and Out of Love, actually. Because this song, you know, it's like Let It Suck. All right, the next song is The Price of Love. All right, the title alone, The Price of Love. You know, I can see where this is going. And musically, it's total Phoney. Now, here's the thing. I liked it. Seriously, let me tell you something, man. I listened to the song and I'm like, you know, it sounds like Phoney. It has all the elements of Phoney, but I don't know. It's like a structure or something that made me like it. I mean, the second the song was over, I grabbed my phone and did an appointment for some extreme psychotherapy. And I'm going to open a GoFundMe. Because shock therapy is not cheap. I need to raise money to get some shock therapy. Because this Price of Love song I actually liked. And it sounds like Phoney. It doesn't sound any different than what they've done before. But fucking, I'm insane. This song I liked. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that hate Phoney that's watching me now going, damn. Damn, man. Ralph likes this song? Let me go check it out. And I guarantee all you Phoney haters are going to listen to this song and you're going to donate to my shock therapy GoFundMe. Because I don't get it myself. I like the damn song. Fucking bizarre. What's that going against? Shot through the heart and you're to blame. Man, this song gives music a bad name. It's like this song is utter shit. Never liked it when it first came out. I already had a disdain for Phoney even before I heard this song because, I saw him on that first album, which, I've had personal cool friends of mine saying, dude, the first album's good. Check out the song, I'll never forget, the song Roulette. And this was way back then. And I did. I checked it out and it sucked. It was bad. And this is bad too. Of course, I'm going to give it to The Price of Love, which I like. What the fuck, man? Alright, what's next? Only lonely, I can't stop hurting you. And the video, I don't know why I know. This is another reason I need fucking therapy. See, I'm choking on my spit now. I'm trying to kill myself. My spit, my own saliva is trying to see if it can choke me to death for liking The Price of Love. But where was it going? Yeah, they did a video for it. Now, I know this tidbit about Phoney, which is crazy. The video, if you watch the video, it looks like a movie. It's all acting and all this shit. That was actually a real movie. A real movie was done. And those are clips from the movie, but they shelved it. And I could be wrong, but I believe it was Phoney that said, no. You cannot release this movie. I'm dying to see it. I would love to see how bad that is. Anyway, can't be worse than Only Lonely, though. That song is so bad. I can't stop hurting you. Oh, God. That one's going against Living on a Prayer. Oh my, this fucking song. With that that talk box. Just fucking horrible. And the lyrics remind me of On Top of the World from Cheap Trick, which is a far superior song. It is a perfect 10 of a song. And the lyrics are very much structured like this. But it's so catchy and so killer and so awesome. Top of the World owns this song. But I'm almost positive he must have been inspired by that song when he wrote this, because it's about a girl and a guy trying to make it in life. What else did I write about this? I do hear the hooks, I'm not going to lie. I understand why this song was huge. It's total 80s, but to me there's a lot of hooky songs I feel are garbage, and this is one of them. But it's still better than I Can't Stop Hurting You. I'm going to give it to Living on a Prayer. That's how bad Only Lonely is. Alright, what's next? King of the Mountain. Oh boy, crap. But I have heard worse from Phoney, I'll be honest, but it's almost mildly okay, almost. But, it's mildly okay, but drowned by garbage water. It still sucks. But I've heard worse, like I said. Only Lonely makes this sound like, fucking Blood Streets from Riot. Alright, so, what's that going against? Social Disease. Fuck this song. It's so fucking lame. One thing I hate more than instruments you blow into is fake instruments you blow into. Like those horns you hear in it. It's like, you ever heard that? I mean, I really feel this song sucks so bad. Rattlesnake Shake from Motley Crue. It's the same thing. These fake horns are just terrible. And it's totally them trying to be Aerosmith and failing really bad at it. Social Disease. And I gotta say, King of the Mountain wins on that one. Alright, then we get into Silent Night. I think I've heard this one before. I think there is a video for it. I should have checked before I did this. Oh dear, what a mess this is. You know, and those keyboards, you know, that dominate the song. You know, this is so bad. You know, it loses against Wanted Dead or Alive. Now, yeah, this is a big, humongous hit. Never did anything for me. I don't like the song, but you know, I understand a lot of people love it. You know, but it was impossible. It's still impossible to escape this song. I hear this when I go grocery shopping, anywhere I hear this. You know, when I go to my gay bar. So it's a joke, but you know, you can think, I'll admit it, I am a gay man online, you know. I portray a blatant homosexual online. After all, I'm listening to this, right? What else did I write about this? It is very loved by a lot of people, but there is a lot of people out there that, you know, like to get kicked in the nuts by dwarves and wearing underoos, you know, so there's something for everybody out there. You know me, I don't like being kicked in the nuts by dwarves, I don't like to be kicked on the nuts by anybody. So this ain't my bag, Daddy. But you know, he's seen a million cocks and he sucked them all. Fuck this song. Alright, next song. Tokyo Road. That fucking intro, what the fuck's going on there? You know, a little Chinese girl. Oh man, it's building the momentum of this dopus. I mean opus. No, I meant dopus. Another garbage track. You know, it reminds me of In and Out of Love. It kind of has that same feel. And you know, and I was waiting for him to say in Japanese, "You want me to eat your what?" Oh, Tokyo Road, Tokyo Blows. And that one's going against Raise Your Hands. I remember this song from Spaceballs. And I did hear it. I could be wrong. But I think it was the B-side to Living on a Prayer, or You Give Love a Bad Name, or one of the two. Because I remember I was dating a girl that had the 45. And she would play it, and I was like, But I do remember hearing it on a 45, so it must have been a B-side. What else did I say about this song? This shit is so dated sounding. Like, listening to it now, I was like, I remember it from back then. I remember not liking it back then, but now when I listen to it, this shit aged like milk. It's really bad. And, but I gotta say, this one wins. Domo arigato. You want me to eat your what? Alright, then we go into the hardest part of the night. The way this song starts, I thought it was like Because the Night. Because, you know that song, Because the Night. And Phoney, I mean, he is a blatant Bruce Springsteen worshiper. You know, I remember when I saw him live, he was doing those little speeches like Springsteen does in shows. And also kissing up to the Miami crowd. I remember vividly him talking good about the Dolphins and stuff at the time. It's like, right, I'm sure you're probably into the Giants or something. But you know, you're sucking up to the crowd because you're a poser. And this song is fucking terrible. You know, in the night, some shit like that. It was so bad. And what's that going against? Without Love. Come on now, man. Oh man, this song will give you the COVID if you listen to it all the way through. That's why I couldn't. I think I made it almost to the solo. I was like, come on. Come on. Even if this thing turns into Stairway to Heaven, it's still already tainted. Fuck this song. What's that going against? Oh wait, it's not going against anything. What did I give it to? Yeah, the hardest part. I gave it to that song over this one. Alright, then the next one's called Always Run to You. I could just see Phoney in the studio. Hey boys, let's do a song that rocks. because this album is named after something that melts. Rock. Generic dreck, you know? And he says, you know, that we hit the streets at 10. What's up with him and the boys hitting the streets so much? You know, we hit the street at 10. Yeah, I'm sure it's 10 a.m., not 10 p.m. You hit the street at 10 to go to buy some milkshakes and shit. Yeah, posers. All right, what's that? What's next? That goes against "I Die for You." Then do it. Fuck. This is so fucking bad, so predictable, and always run to you wins. All right. Then we got this song called "To the Fire." Holy moly, what's up with this one? You know, it's like, hey, let's get diverse. I mean, this shit is fucking bad, dude. This is Sammy Hagar bad. What was that song Sammy Hagar did? "The Night of the Animal" or some shit like that? It's that bad. And "To the Fire," you should throw this fucking song into the dumpster fire. Horrible. I don't think there's a worse song I've ever heard from Phoney than this one. This has to be the worst Phoney song I've ever heard. Therefore, I've only heard these two albums and selected tracks here and there. That one's going against "Never Say Goodbye." And I'm here listening to it, taking notes. It's like, you know, and I'm not the biggest fan of power ballads. I mean, there are exceptions. There are some power ballads I like. But this gives this song is like, you give power ballads a bad name, bad name. It's so bad. And it's funny because in the song he says, "You lost more than that in my back seat." I mean, that made me laugh. I was like, really? You're going to say that during a power ballad? That must have been Doc again going, "You need to say something sleazy." You know? And John was like, "Can I say in the back seat, I asked you if I could eat your what?" And he's like, "No, you already did that." He's like, "Oh yeah, durr." I admit that was funny, but just for that line alone, I'm going to give it to this song. But then again, how the fuck is anything going to lose to the Fire? Terrible. All right, finally, the last two tracks. "Secret Dreams" is the last track on 70 Fahrenheit bullshit. These cheesy keyboards, man, are something else. And I love cowbell, and there's a lot of cowbells on this song, and it ruins it for me. It made me feel bad for the cowbell. It's bad enough you're hitting it, but you're hitting it to this song. You know, this "Secret Dream," it should have been kept a secret, this whole song. Fucking, wow, is it bad. And that one's going against "Wild in the Streets." Watch out, everybody. The boys are going to hit the street, and this time they're wild. They're going to chug down Crystal Pepsi and eat some Pop Rocks while they do it, because they're rebels. This shit, man. This song sucks so hard that Sammy Hagar wish he wrote it. So bad that "Secret Dreams" wins. Oh, what's the tally up? Let's see, what won on this? The 70 bullshit got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Slippery When Wet got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. If I fucked up the scores, good. I mean, I would understand. You know, it's just going through this thing. Now, again, I mean, it was mildly amusing. It didn't really piss me off like when I did The Cure on the podcast and stuff like that. Listening to this, I was like, no wonder Phoney is so ashamed of this era. Because I remember I remember reading that they released some book, the Phoney picture book, and they didn't add none of the old pictures when they had the big hair and the zebra clothes and shit like that. And you know, he went like country and all this other shit. Like none of his music, I think, I could be wrong, sounds like that early shit, you know. But I don't know, whatever. I've never liked Phoney, but I will end this. The guy's a good dude. I will say this, because Phoney, I saw that he opened a restaurant where he feeds homeless people. So as a human being, he's great. He's a great dude. But that doesn't equal music. I mean, who knows? Maybe the shit he did later on, I might even like. Who knows? Oh, I forgot to mention, not only, what was the name of that song I liked on here? There's another Phoney song I like. What was it? The Price of Love. But that girl that had that 45 with, you know, raise your hands and shit, she said, I'll think you'll like this song. She played it, and I did. He has a song called, and look at the title, If I Could Be Your Mother. And it's better than that song. I think it's the best Phoney song. Well, I don't know. I haven't heard all his shit. But I like that song, you know? One thing about me, I have no shame. If I like it, I'm going to admit it, you know? I was doing the podcast the other day, and Ian said, you need to stop what you're doing and listen to the new Ted Nugent song, American Campfire. And I'm listening to it, and it's a dumbass song. Then when I went back, you know, I was like, I kind of liked it. It's kind of hooky. I liked it more than Come and Get It or whatever it was. And I haven't really been a fan of Nugent stuff since like Crave Man, but even that doesn't match everything in the 70s. You know, up to, wasn't Scream Dream 80? Oh, Intensities I love. But that's Ted Nugent, which he did an album called If You Can't Lick 'em, which I own, and Phoney and Richie Sambora wrote songs on that album. It's a pretty shitty album. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, Nina, for this Suck by Suck. Nina's the master of this. You know, she came up with the 2 Poisons and the 2 Phoney, and hopefully she'll come up with more. Because she's good. She's good at the Suck versus Suck episodes. So, again, thank you so much, Nina. And if you'd like to donate and have me do a Suck by Suck, there's a PayPal below. And I've seen people leave comments going, I wouldn't do this. Or people would say, why would you do this if you don't like it? I was like, well, you know, people donate for me to do it. Well, man, I wouldn't do it. Well, I'm not you either, you know. I don't go to glory holes like you do. So, you know, I mean, we're all different. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And SHMACKEMAGOB. You know, it'd be very embarrassing if my shorts was to fall. Don't look.